Mr. Vijayan, founder and CEO of Tekion, a Silicon Valley unicorn that is disrupting and transforming the automotive retail experience. Under Jay's leadership, Tekion has experienced hypergrowth and rapidly going from a small technology startup to being the chosen partner of some of the most reputed dealers and automotive manufacturers across the country, mostly recently valued at $3.5 billion in October of 2021. Jay brings over 2 decades of technology, leadership, and experience to the table. Prior to founding Tekion, Jay was the Global Chief Information Officer of Tesla Motors for over 4 years. Jay built and led the transformation of Tesla's digital and information systems, fueling the company's hypergrowth from when Tesla had nearly no revenue to achieving over $7 billion of revenue in 2016. Prior to Tesla, Jay held senior technology, product and engineering leadership positions at VMware, and prior to that, at the technology conglomerate Oracle. Jay is known for building a simple, intuitive, and highly scalable technology solutions that transform businesses and power operational efficiency. He is sought after for his experience building and scaling high-growth companies and successfully executing seemingly impossible challenges. He is the inventor of several globally recognized technology patents, advises many technological companies around the globe, and has served as a board member for multiple publicly traded companies. In 2014, Jay received the Tamil American Pioneer Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in Engineering and Science by the Federation of Tamil Sangams of North America. In 2021, Jay was honored with the Startup Icon Award by Startup India. In 2022, he was presented with the South Indian Business Achievers Award for his entrepreneurial achievements. Additionally, in 2022, Jay was recognized as one of the most exceptional entrepreneurs of 2022 by Goldman Sachs at its Builders and Innovators Summit. In 2023, Startup India bestowed upon Jay the Award of Inspiring Entrepreneur at its annual Business Awards conclave for scaling and expanding Tekion globally. From CIO to CEO, Mr. Jay Vijayan.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Jay Vijayan. Thanks to Sudhakar for waking everyone up. With is everyone scared to death?
No.
Or run away? No.
His daughter is still here, so you're okay.
You said Sudhakar is still here.
His daughter is still here.
Oh, daughter is still there.
So
Okay.
you're okay.
No, I think he did a great job presenting AI, ChatGPT. I wanted just, so my presentation is different, but there is a connectivity to automotive, the automotive retail. And then I prepared a lot about Tekion, what we are doing in the automotive industry. So before getting into that, I want to just maybe, break down a little bit about ChatGPT in my view, because it is a big leapfrog in the industry. Definitely a revolutionary change in generative AI. How many of you know what does GPT means? Because what we don't know is what scares us. So I want to always break it down when I don't know something and then see how does that apply to what we are doing. So if you don't know, I'm sure you can, everyone can Google or you can do it in ChatGPT as well, right? It's generative pre-trained transformers. Again, transformers is a ML algorithm that takes in inputs, reduces, and provides output. So it's a lot of pre-trained model is what ChatGPT is. Why I'm saying that? We all have seen trends, multiple trends. Again, this is a big one. But at the same time, I don't feel it's as scary as what Sudhakar mentioned. I don't want all of you to drop everything and have all of your team members to just go work on ChatGPT, because it's not the right thing. I'm not doing that to my teams. So the way I feel it is every trend, recent trends I'll refer to and you'll kind of relate to it. So one is the autonomous driving. I was very close to it from my Tesla days. I had an opportunity I worked for Elon. I built pretty much Tesla's platform entirely when Tesla was zero in revenue. We started building that platform. It's the same platform that is scaling globally when the company crossed $1 trillion in value. We didn't call it as AI, but we did a lot of fundamentals of AI at Tesla. So autonomous driving, I don't know if you see, it's all public news. My previous boss, Elon, mentioned in 2020, I think. In 2021, he said he's going to have 1 million robo-taxis in all of our streets. Do you see any? There's some testers running around, but really zero. So if you see, the last mile is very hard. It is not easy. It takes time to get there. The second one you may relate to is pre-COVID. I know it may look really, several years ago, but it's literally 2.5, 3 years ago. I don't know if you remember a trend where everyone was talking about automotive car ownerships are done. Everyone is going to be subscribing, your kids of course, but everyone is going to just move out of automotive ownership and keep doing only subscription. Did that happen? No, 100%. People were talking everywhere. Every OEM, because we work in the automotive industry a lot, everyone, take it dealers, OEMs are trying to create software to go for 100% subscription, but that didn't happen. There are companies that closed down. Fair, I don't know if you remember that company, that was doing subscription and raised $1 billion probably, and then just closed down. So why I'm saying all of these? For every trend, there is a big hype cycle, and then there is a reality that comes after. How long after, we don't know. Sometimes it's quick. COVID accelerated some of these, and automotive had the biggest few years after that in vehicle buying, servicing. Of course, inventory was less. So the point there is every trend is up, and then there's going to be a reality that is going to come down, and then where the reality settles. So ChatGPT is a big deal. But all I'm going to say is you're going to have time. So don't get scared, don't get worried about you need to drop everything and do it right away. And we are working on ChatGPT. We are working with Microsoft very closely, what Sudhakar mentioned, very similarly, but he's doing something revolutionary for the whole industry. We are very focused on automotive industry, building it into our platform itself. So within ChatGPT, it has ways to go. It's super big leap, but at the same time, as I said, last mile is not easy to achieve. It is a pre-trained language model, and we've been testing it as well. The accuracy in business, there is no 99% accuracy. You need to get it right when you put something in front of customers. That doesn't mean you have to wait for next 20 years, but you need to test things properly and use it first internally. That's what we are doing. What Sudhakar mentioned, internally, we are reducing support costs. We are already doing it. That's the right way to start. Learn about it. Then how do you take it to your customers, and how do you take it to the industry? So I feel there is time for it, and I feel each one have to spend some time to know what it is and how do you apply to your specific business use cases that you're doing. All right. So with that, I will spend a little bit more time about Tekion, what we are doing in the automotive industry, and what are we working to change in the automotive industry. Okay. All right. So quickly, our mission has been just building the best cloud application. Doesn't matter where it is, automotive or non-automotive. I've been in the industry for quite some time. I used to work for Oracle building products, ERP applications, then became the cloud and SaaS application eventually. I worked for VMware, then Tesla. Had this incredible opportunity at Tesla, which is pretty much the best convergence you could get for a tech and automotive. Until Tesla, you all know automotive was quite behind, very incremental. There were a lot of good things happening, but it was nothing revolutionary until Tesla came in. Now Tesla really started and trailblazed some big trends. EVs, autonomous vehicles, right? Two big, very big trends, and of course, direct to consumer model. So after coming from tech, seeing SaaS, I felt SaaS is the future at that time when I was at Oracle. Then clearly in automotive, I felt there is an opportunity. If Tesla is a fraction of the automotive industry at that time, this was in 2014, 15 time frame, and I left Tesla in 2016, I felt that means 90 99% of the automotive industry needs a tech platform that could bring the ecosystem together, because car buying experience is not great. You all know this. While Tesla has made a revolutionary product and a revolutionary model as well, but as consumers, we all have automotive in one way or the other. Like mostly own a car or we lease. One way or the other, every single day we use automotive. It's the largest consumer market in the world. I felt the experience of owning a car, the buying process, the servicing process, and then engaging with whoever you're engaging with, your retailer, your dealer, your manufacturer, is not transparent, it's not easy. So I felt there is a technology can change that. Absolutely possible, and it's a massive, massive industry. So you could imagine, many of you are entrepreneurs, investors, all what that means from a value creation perspective. It's huge. So that's the mission of Tekion. We said, we're going to create this platform, bring all the manufacturers to that platform, bring the retailers, the dealers, where there is a lot of consumer problems today. Consumers don't trust when they go to, I have had personally horrible experience buying a car before Tesla. But at the same time, it's not about going direct, buying online only, or going into a store. In my view, as consumers, what we are looking for is not, binary one or the other. It's not about I'm going to buy 100% online or I'm going to be going to a store. It's not that. It's not like, younger generation, someone would buy just online, someone who's old is going to go buy into a dealership and sit and spend 6 hours. That's not the case at all. People, again, tend to assume that, and that's not the case. I'll tell you why. You can imagine, you all know that many of you use Apple products. I'll take Apple as an easy example. Apple, every product of Apple, pretty much you can buy online, right? We all have gone through, browsed through. But when you walk into an Apple Store mall, why is there a line in Apple Store? Why can't Apple close all of its stores and then sell everything online? They're not, right? Because as consumers, we want to go experience, touch and feel. And especially when Apple launches a product, there is a big line 2 miles out of the mall itself. So from that, what do we learn from? We are not asking one or the other. As consumers, what we are asking, what we need, I believe, is choice. We want to choose how we want to shop. I want to do it online, I want to do a hybrid, I want to shop everything online, but go pick up my car at a store, or I want to go do a test drive at a store, come back home, do all the mundane work like uploading documents, signing documents, everything at my own leisure without anyone's pressure, and then I, make the decision and get the car delivered. So the bottom line is technology can enable that. And automotive as an industry for 100 years have created complexities. That's why there's no Shopify in automotive, right? Because Shopify is doing phenomenally well in other e-commerce areas. Why is Shopify not there in automotive? Because of this 100-year-old complexities that has been created. It's not easy to solve that. And I was lucky and fortunate to meet at that convergence. What I mean by that is, I came from a high-tech world where making things easy using technology is the purpose of what high-tech is. And I went into automotive through Tesla, and I was able to see it clearly and learn automotive and see all the problems in automotive very clearly, versus someone being in automotive for a very long time. It's hard to see when they are deep into the problem itself. So I was able to see that, and I said, now, we need to create a solution for this. And that's exactly how Tekion was born. Left Tesla, started Tekion in 2016. So we've been growing. That is a good sample of validation for the problem existed in the automotive industry. So we continue to grow. We are headquartered here in the East Bay in Pleasanton. We have pretty big presence in India as well. We have a very large team in India. We are in Canada, we're in France, the UK, and Germany. So just slowly expanding to Europe as well. Yeah. So we have 3 clouds interconnected, bringing the whole ecosystem together. Retail cloud is focused on retailers. For the same example I gave why Apple stores exist, there is still going to be automotive retailers, dealerships, and stores, they have to evolve as better and transparent consumer experience centers. That's exactly what we are providing with Automotive Retail Cloud. We have made that shift and change, the positive disruption, first time in over 50 years. What do I mean by that? First time in 50 years, some of the largest dealer groups and the world's largest dealer group, which is in LA, runs on Tekion. First time in 50 plus years they moved to the cloud, which is a big win. It was tough. They were using legacy solutions for a long time. And it's a big disruption. Now we are focused heavily on scaling. Some very large retailers are moving to the cloud, to the Automotive Retail Cloud. And then we have created that seamless integration with many of the manufacturers, which is a must. And then we created Enterprise Cloud because outside of Tesla, as you may know, there's almost no other automotive brand where you could go shop online, configure, place an order online, and then get your car delivered or go pick it up at a store. That doesn't exist. So we created that as a platform, and we have multiple large manufacturers already as our customers. So General Motors, which is the largest OEM manufacturer in North America, sells all of their EVs on our platform. It's white labeled for them. And then we have Honda, Acura, we work with Ford commercial as well, and we are continuing to expand. So this is a need for every manufacturer, and we have the platform. We are the only one who have that platform because we solved that decades-old complexity in the automotive industry. The last one is creating an ecosystem. It's important to create an open ecosystem so that everyone can collaborate. It doesn't matter what software provider, or you are just a provider like an insurance provider, because every car you buy you need an insurance, and even rideshare providers are part of our partner cloud. So we have multiple partners. We have an open API ecosystem. We have created a developer platform that is in early stages, very easy for our customers to go expand and extend the platform itself. So that is the entire ecosystem of all of our clouds. Just a quick overview of Tekion and the market opportunity itself. I've already mentioned that. The reason I mentioned second largest consumer industry is the first largest consumer industry is housing. But housing is not transferable, as you know, until we do 3D printing houses and move it. But as of today, it's not widely transferable across the world. So that leaves automotive as truly the number one consumer industry in the world from a dollar value perspective. All right, so we as a company are continuing to grow really well. Very focused on scaling and growth. Great to see the validation that we are getting globally, but one of the things I've done in my prior roles at Tesla as well as VMware, scaling is not easy. You cannot take it for granted. We could develop a great product, but if you can't scale it, that means deliver it in a great way for our customers and expand our customer base, it's not a scalable business. So that's exactly what we are focused on. How do we scale gracefully as an organization, as a company, as a software? Okay, I mentioned this already. So there is a small video. I'm sorry if it comes out as a marketing pitch for Tekion. This is a video of our product itself. It's like a minute and a half video. some data on what we are doing in the automotive retail industry. We were fortunate to have some great investors, not only phenomenal financial investors, we also have some great institutions from the automotive world itself. You would see some of the logos like General Motors, Hyundai, BMW, XR, and we have one from the aviation industry as well, Airbus. So they're all really proud, great supporters of what we are doing. We see that as a great validation for what we are doing and what we are solving for the automotive industry. We have aspirations to go beyond the automotive industry, but we know we don't want to get distracted, but first solve the problem entirely for such a large industry and then expand and grow. Some of the integration partners as part of our partner cloud. There is a customer video. Again, this is the first video you saw is specific to automotive retail cloud, and there is a customer video from some of our retailers who use the platform. Okay, just quick. It's again a minute and a half to 2 minutes video.
Tekion is the Netflix to Blockbuster. Anybody who wants to fight the change, anybody who wants to still do business in the Stone Age is going to be a dinosaur.
I think going forward, Tekion is going to be on the leading edge of how we go to market with electric vehicles.
This is the way of the future. I see Tekion is the next Amazon in our industry.
The Tekion invoice comes across as one page, very simple to read compared to other DMS bills where you might have 30 pages and it is highly convoluted.
What we're talking about with Tekion is not evolutionary, it's revolutionary.
As far as making more money, I mean, it's been awesome. Paychecks have been.
Dealers have been in a position where they could not trust their DMS providers. And I want to be in business with people I can trust. That's why I do business with Tekion.
Things that have taken us 3 weeks or 4 weeks to get done with other DMS providers, Tekion's been able to do overnight. Everything we've asked for has been immediate response.
The thing I love about Tekion is that they know that they need to make a whole system, and that's what they've done. So that really encompasses all that we need to do to take care of our customers.
This market is ferocious, right? And those who harness that and pull that together to mutually sell cars are going to win. And that's why we went to Tekion.
It's easier for them to get checked in and out and engage with the dealership. And at the end of the day, that leads to long-term customer engagement and retention.
Every 5 deals, you're saving an hour. We'll pick up an hour instead. It will add up tremendously. What I was usually doing in 3, 4, 5 hours, I'm able to get 15, 20 minutes in.
I haven't seen a lot of marketing from Tekion, but there's a lot of buzz in the marketplace. And I believe the word of mouth is where that exponential growth is surfacing. You don't get a reputation like that without delivering on your promises.
So it's always great to hear from customers. How many ever number of times, right? You never get tired of it. All right, that's pretty much it. I want to wrap up my presentation. Just this is what we do. Super excited about what we do. Just extended and growing into France and UK. We have some really large business that we have signed up there, and we have teams that are actively working towards. Just excited about scaling and growing in the US and truly becoming a global player in the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Vijayan. So I would like to request Mr. Rajan Navani and Mr. Chandranjeet Banerjee to come up and present the Technology Trendsetters plaque to Mr. Vijayan, please.